Warren Buffett and Bill Gates were once asked the same question: what is the one secret to success? Focus. Focus is the real superpower. Now sit with that. Wakes up every single morning, grinds from sunrise to sunset, puts in the work every single day, but at the end of the month, he's got nothing left in his pocket. Zero. Meanwhile, across town takes 2 or 3 meetings a day, swaps cars every year, keeps stacking his wealth, and his bank account never runs dry. Here's the real quasi. Does Martin hustle every single day? Then why is he still broke? The game is not about hard work. The game is about systems. Today, I'm going to give you the secret, the real secret that separates the millionaires from everybody else. You're going to learn why hard work alone will never change your life. You're going to find out why systems are the actual path to building real wealth. And you're going to learn the phony work for you even while you're sleeping. Ever since we were kids, we were fed the same story over and over again. Work hard, get good grades, and you'll be set for life. But here's the brutal truth, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Millions of people graduate and cannot find work. Countless people are grinding 12, 14 hours a day in some office, and they're still living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in loans they can't escape. And here's the scary part. Even after retirement, millions of people can't sleep at night because the money stress never goes away. Now think about this. If hard work alone made people rich, then the hardest workers would be the wealthiest people on the planet. The rickshaw driver, the construction worker, the daily wage laborer. These folks work harder than almost anyone. But the reality, it's the complete opposite. The people who build systems are the ones who get rich, not the ones doing the work inside the system. Let me break it down real quicker. Puts in 12 hours every single day and maybe walks away with 400 or 500 rupees. But the owner of that construction company, he walks into one meeting and makes millions. What's the difference? One guy is stuck doing the work built the system that does the work for him. And look, this ain't a new story. And laborers have worked their entire lives for generations and never built real wealth, because working your tail off inside someone else's system will never make you rich. Hard work can keep you survive, but it cannot make you wealthy. Now look at the biggest names out there. Ambani, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. You think they got 18-hour days every single day? No way. But their income never stops because they're 4 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether they show up or not. Elon Musk might work 3 or 4 focused hours in a day, but his companies, they never sleep. SpaceX is launching rockets. Starlink is connecting the internet. All of it happening without him personally doing every single task. Here's a super easy example. A teacher walks into a classroom for 1 hour, teaches students for 1 hour. Their income is completely tied to their time. But what if that same teacher records an online course? Now millions of students can watch it. That teacher could be sleeping, could be traveling, could be chilling on vacation somewhere. And that course keeps selling. Money keeps rolling in. Hard work has a ceiling. Systems do not. Whether you're grinding or resting, that right there, that's the real power. So here's the difference between the poor and the rich. And I'm going to be straight up with you. The difference is not how hard they work. The difference is in the formula they use. The formula most people use: hard work divided by time equals money. You work more hours, you make more money. Stop working, money stops. Full stop. The formula wealthy people use, completely different. System multiplied by skill equals leverage. They work once to build something, and that something keeps generating income forever. Think about a YouTuber who spends 4 hours making one video. If that video hits 1 million people, those 4 hours of work can generate hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. That's not just hardware. That's systems. Poor people sell their time. Rich people sell systems. Poor people think the more I work, the more I earn. Rich people think I'm going to work hard once to build something that pays me for the rest of my life. So right now, the decision is yours. Are you going to spend your whole life selling your hours, or are you going to build a system that pays you while you sleep? The people who change the world are not the ones who work the hardest with their hands. They're the ones who work the smartest with their minds. Someone once asked a super successful businessman, "Hey, you don't know everything, so how are you this successful?" He just smiled, and said, "I don't need to know. In my office, every switch is connected to an expert. When I need an answer, I press the switch, and my expert gives me exactly what I need." Sit with that for a second. If one person tries to learn everything on their own, they're going to spend their entire life buried in books and still not know enough. But the person who understands systems, who can hire experts, who can delegate, who can build teams, that's the real player. Don't run yourself into the ground, y'all. Let your system do the running. Now close your eyes and picture this. You've got a small digital business up and running. You built orders are coming in while you sleep. You wake up in the morning, check your phone, and whoa, 50 orders came in overnight. You didn't have to do a single thing. You put in the work at the beginning to build the system, and now that system of every single day, that's the millionaire mindset. Work smart in the beginning, build the system, and then let the system multiply your effort forever. The biggest thing standing between you and that life, and honestly, it might sting a little: fear. Some folks are scared of failure. Some are scared of what other people will think. Some are scared of losing money. And honestly, that fear, that's the reason 90% of people never become successful. Not lack of talent, not lack of opportunity, fear. Elon Musk was once asked, SpaceX was incredibly risky. You put everything you had into it. Why? And he said, I asked myself, what's the absolute worst thing that could happen? I fail. But even if I fail, I learn more than most people ever will. So it wasn't really that big of a risk at all. That right there is the mindset shift. Stop measuring risk by the outcome. Measure risk by what you're going to learn. Write down what scares you. Ask yourself, what's the absolute worst case? What's the absolute best case? And if the worst actually happens, how will I handle it? 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, you'll realize your fear isn't even based in reality. It's just your mind playing tricks on you. When you stop living for what society expects and start living for what you actually want, you start making decisions that average people can't even imagine. The world is not running low on opportunities, y'all. What's running low is the right perspective. Successful people aren't doing anything magical. They're just put energy and attention in the right places at the right time. So let me ask you one final question. Are you still going to grind away, selling your hours, working inside someone else's system, just hoping something changes? Or are you going to step back, think bigger, build your own system, and finally start playing the game the way the wealthy have always played it? The choice has always been yours. Make it count. Yours. It count. Yours. It count. Yours. It count. Yours. It count.